The Chicago Bears take on the Buffalo Bills in Week 16. So let's talk about it. What is going on, y'all? Faiz Sports Talk back at it with another video talking, of course, some NFL here to talk about the Chicago Bears season-long Bears coverage right here, right now on the channel. You don't want to miss out. Hit the bell icon so you're notified every time I drop a new video, guys. And make sure you are following me on all my social media platforms. All right, so let's get into it. So, as mentioned, the Bears are taking on the Buffalo Bills. Oh boy, does the schedule just keep on getting easier for the Bears. Obviously, I am completely joking and being sarcastic there because this Bears schedule just seems to be an absolute gauntlet here. And we take on the Bills, one of the best teams in football, a Super Bowl contender. And as I always do, I'll start with the numbers. The Bills are favored in this game, by 9.5, and I was wondering if this was going to open up as a double-digit spread, but, you know, the Bears have been fairly competitive in covering spreads. They covered last week against Philly, and so the bookmakers are giving them a little bit more respect, not making this a double-digit spread. 9.5 in favor of the Bills, over under 40.5, a little bit lower than I would have expected because the Bears have been putting up points, and we know the Bills can put up points, so I feel like that's going to go over just my hunch right now. All right, so breaking this game down, continuing with the numbers here, we take a look at this Bills defense. This Bills defense is elite, folks. We're talking about the 9th overall defense in the NFL, so they're a top 10 unit. As far as the pass, they're 18th, and then the run, they're 6th. So they're way better against the run than they are against the pass, so it's easier to throw on them than it is to run on them. But saying all that, last week, the Bills played the Dolphins, and Raheem Mostert was the Dolphins running back, and he ran all over the Bills. Ran all over them for 17 carries for 136 yards at an average of 8 yards a carry. That's pretty good. And so, yeah, the numbers say you really can't run on them, but, you know, if you've got a solid running back, you know, you can exploit them if you so choose to do so. And the Bears do have a solid running back in David Montgomery. So when I take a look at this, you know, game and talking about the keys here, you know, I would have thought, hey, we're not going to be able to run the football. We got to air it out. But I think we still can run the football, and I still think they'll try to. And they should, because like I said, Raheem Mostert ran all over this Bills run defense. And so I still think we should feed David Montgomery, and we'll get Khalil Herbert back this week. He's coming off IR, so you're going to get your 2 running backs. Use them as much as you can, because this Bills defense can be exploitable on the ground, as shown by Miami. Now, I will also give you a little weather update. In Chicago, it is where the game's being played. It is supposed to be a blizzard earlier in the week before the game. So the game is on Saturday, actually, and this blizzard is supposed to take place around Thursday. We're going to get about a foot of snow here in Chicago, so December weather, you know, we're used to it. And by the time game time comes around, we're looking at frigid temperatures. It's going to be below freezing. -2 is the low on that day on Saturday, and 8 degrees is the high. So it's going to be very, very cold in Chicago. And why I bring that up is because of the fact that I do think it's going to affect the game plan here, because you're not going to be able to throw as much as you want because it'll be very windy. We're talking about the Windy City, of course, and right by the lakefront, that's where Soldier Field is. And so you are probably going to rely on the run a little bit more. And so I do think the Bears will run the football, and I think they should. As far as the Bills, they'll try to run as well. They've got a decent running game, nothing impressive. Devin Singletary's okay, and you know, they've got Dalvin Cook's brother, James Cook, who's been coming on as of late. And they also picked up Nyheim Hines, though he's more of a pass-catching back. But this Bills team, they run through Josh Allen, folks. Josh Allen is their offense, and him, Steph Diggs, Gabe Davis, you know the deal. Even Dawson Knox, who had a good game last week, they are going to go ahead and pick you apart. So I think the Bills will still try to air it out like they do. And even though it will be cold, we saw last week against the Dolphins, it was cold, and the Bills were still able to put up points. So similar to how I said last week against the Eagles, the Bears' game plan here really is pick your poison, right? Pick your poison. Who do you want to stop? Steph Diggs? Do you want to stop, you know, guess the running game? And I got to tell you, folks, like, I am all about the Bills trying to run here. If they want to run all over the Bears, they should, because I'm going to try to focus my attention on Stephon Diggs and this the pass catchers for the Bills, because Devin Singletary and James Cook, they're okay, but they don't scare me. So let them try to run the football on us. And, I was really surprised last week, folks, that the Eagles did not run the football on us. They had Miles Sanders, who didn't get a carry. He didn't get a carry until the second quarter, just had 11 carries on the day. And I'm thinking Miles Sanders could have ran all over us. And they didn't use him. So would the Bills make the same mistake? Now, the Eagles still won the game. And the Bills probably will win this game as well. But just food for thought there, okay? So ultimately, defensively, I'm going to go ahead and to try to see if the Bills can run the football on us instead and focus my attention on Stephon Diggs, Gabe Davis, and not letting Josh Allen rip us all over the field. So I'm focusing on that. And as far as the offensive side of the football, like I said, run the football. Run the football with Monty and with Herbert, and run the football with Justin Fields. Let's not let him get hurt or take any big hits. By the way, the refs need to call these damn flags on him. But we know Justin Fields is trying to go for that record, that rushing record set by Lamar Jackson. I know you were thinking, Faiz, are we really doing this individual records when we're talking about a game? Look, folks, we got nothing to look forward to. The season's over in 3 games. Let's have a little bit of fun here. And Justin's talked about this. He needs 70 yards pretty much every game to try to get to the record. Is it the worst thing in the world if he tries to get it? I don't think so. But yeah, you might get Chase Claypool back this week. That's going to help. You got Cole Kmet. I don't know the status of Equanimeous St. Brown. He had a concussion last week, if we'll see him or not. And then as far as the offensive line, right, will we get Tevin Jenkins back? Who knows? But yeah, I think the Bears should go ahead and try to run the football as much as they can, because even though the numbers show that the Bills are strong against the run, teams have shown you can exploit them. And I think you'll see a lot of that. Ultimately, folks, we know the outcome of this game. The Bills will probably win this football game. And that's okay, because we want that number 2 overall pick. But I just want the same script, honestly, as last week. Last week was perfect. You were competitive the entire game against Philly, the best team in football in terms of record. And you lost at the end there to salvage your number 2 overall draft pick selection. Let's get the same outcome here. Not rooting for the Bears to lose, absolutely not. But we know what a win would do here. Kind of meaningless. But they are at home, so I'll never complain about a win. Ultimately, my final score in this game is the Buffalo Bills winning by a final score of 34-20. So I think they will hang with the Bills early on, and the Bills will take off late. So give me the Bills here to win this game, 34-20. Let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment down below. Your score prediction for this game. Ultimately, you just want to continue to see the development of Justin Fields. If Chase Claypool plays, got to see his chemistry with Fields develop. And that's really what I'm looking forward to in this game. All right, leave a comment down below as always. Thanks for watching.